Well, good afternoon, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Marcus Walter here with the weather update. Today has been another warm day. Temperatures at last check sit right around 87 degrees. We have wind out of the south at about 11 miles per hour. But with the dry air in place, it feels like 85 degrees. So that drier air is still having an influence on us. And when we look at temperatures across the rest of the region, we're anywhere from the mid to upper 80s at this hour. 87 degrees in El Dorado, 87 degrees in Tallulah and Vicksburg, up through Greenville as well, and 86 degrees in Natchez. On a wider view, we're noticing more warmth to our west, low 90s across parts of Texas and Oklahoma, even into Kansas. Some of that heat will push into our region as we head throughout the day tomorrow and for the start of the weekend. But we'll get close to record temperatures, but we won't break any records across our region. But next week, we're talking about more warmth out there. Now, when we look at the nation's temperatures right now, it's cool across the Great Lakes. They're sitting in the mid 60s, but the farther south you go, obviously, it makes sense the warmer it gets. Again, 92 degrees in Topeka, 91 in Amarillo. Across the northwest, we have temperatures sitting in the mid 50s. And across the north and east, we have temperatures anywhere from the low 50s to upper 60s. So not too bad weather-wise across the nation. And when we look at our weather setup, we have this pattern where the jet stream is, for the most part, pretty much in place across the northern tier of the country into southern Canada. That's allowing a lot of heat to build across the U.S. We'll see a lot of heat build across the southwest as we head into the weekend, and then that heat, that ridge associated with that heat, starts to shift east, and that'll set the stage for more warmth across our region and across a large portion of the eastern United States. So for many of us, as we get close to Halloween, we're talking about a lot of warm weather on the way. When we look at our 6 to 10 day outlook temperature wise, it looks like the eastern half of the country will be above average temperature wise. At least there's a chance for that. The farther west you go, the lower the chances of above normal temperatures and the higher the chances for cooler conditions. So if you have any travel plans to the west coast, they'll likely be below average as we head throughout much of next week through Halloween. As far as us, from the middle to the eastern United States, we're talking about a likelihood of above average temperatures. Satellite radar shows that we are quiet right now. Really no issues impacting the U.S. There are some rain showers moving through parts of Minnesota. We can use the rain around here. At this point, we're staying dry, but it looks like next week we'll start to get in on a chance for wet weather. But our weather right now dominated by a large area of high pressure, and that high pressure will keep us dry and sunny through the weekend and even into the early part of next week. Now, I do want to talk about the overnight into tomorrow morning because we do have the chance for some fog to develop. We're looking at some visibilities down to about a half mile, potentially less than that across western portions of our viewing area. So keep that in mind if you have any early morning travel plans, whether you're headed out to work or school. By the afternoon, though, that fog does burn off, and we're talking about clear conditions for us really for the rest of the day. As we look ahead to tonight, we'll see temperatures by 10 p.m. down to about 70 degrees. And then overnight, we'll be down into the mid and even upper 50s. Last night, we were down into the low 50s. I think we'll be a little warmer as we head throughout the early part of tomorrow. And by the afternoon tomorrow, we're back into the 80s. I think this model is very conservative. I suspect we'll see temperatures back into the upper 80s across our region. So as we summarize your weather for this evening, we're looking at temperatures tonight down to about 57 degrees, a clear sky, warm for this time of year. And tomorrow we'll see temperatures reach to about 88 degrees with lots of sunshine. We'll have an update for you on your forecast tonight at 5 p.m. on KNOE. Make sure to tune in.